Welcome back to the show. With me now is Mark Davis. He is the new executive director for the Delaware Harness Racing Commission. Now, it's really exciting because actually you were in the position for 6 months while they were doing like a national search, like all over the country, and you ended up getting the job. So they must have really liked you, and you must be super excited about it.
I was very excited. It was quite a compliment. I've never had a job where I didn't apply for it and I was asked to do it. So yes, I was complimented. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, that's great. And you're getting rave reviews.
Thank you.
Well, because you are just learning about harness racing, but you're not a stranger to administration or the environment or agriculture or anything, are you?
No, not at all. I've been with the Department of Ag since 1995. Started as a land use planner, did farmland preservation work, worked on the first state land use planning map, and then went into policy and legislation. So I've been doing that since 2005. And through that, was able to work with Hugh Gallagher, the former executive director, a lot on harness racing. So it wasn't totally new to me, but in this role, it's new.
What are some of your duties then in this role?
In this role, overseeing the day-to-day operations of the commission, which is to ensure the integrity of the industry. So there's veterinarians and paddock inspectors and investigators and office staff, as you know. You know what our staff makeup is.
Yeah, it's a really complex business. You know, everybody goes to the track and they see the horses and the drivers, but there's so much that goes on behind the scenes to keep it a safe industry. And it is a huge industry.
It is a huge industry. And you have to ensure that the race is fair, run fairly. So the judges do that, and we do the drug testing on the horses and on the drivers, the grooms, the trainers. Everybody has to go through it.
You've become a real fan of the sport, haven't you?
I have. Yes, I have.
I love it. All right. Something coming up that's very important that I want to touch on, and I'm hoping you can tell me a little bit about it, is there's a survey coming out about the influence that harness racing has on the economy. Do I have that right?
You do have it right. The last time we did a survey was in 2004. And that was of the entire equine industry in the state of Delaware and the economic impact it had. It showed about $300 million worth of assets in the racing side and just under $800 million for equine altogether, all combined. But it didn't do a really focused job on the racing industry and the multiplier effect that occurs. To give you an example, we did a survey, an economic impact study of the entire agricultural industry, excluding racing. And for every $1 million that is spent, there is an $8 million return in the overall agricultural economy. But again, that excluded racing. So we want to see what the multiplier effect is. For every dollar that's spent in racing, what is the overall effect in the economy? Is it for every dollar we have 6? Do we have 8? Do we have 10? What do we have? That's what we're looking for.
And one of the things is when the survey goes out, we want to make sure that all of our Delaware horsemen and women get it done and get it back in, right? Because it is more important maybe than people realize.
Yes, it's critical. There's people who are fans of racing. There's people who aren't fans of racing. There's people who want to take a little piece of the pie. And I mean the pie from the casinos. The casinos get a share, the state gets a share, the horsemen get a share. And they're always looking at how they're going to divide that pie. And if the horsemen themselves don't take the time to fill out this survey so that we can get an actual accurate accounting of their asset pool and what that impact would be, it could work to their disadvantage. And we're here to make sure that they're protected and that their advantage is advanced.
Just to touch on one thing, just to kind of push it over the line here, is that trickle-down effect. I know you're kind of talking about that. We've been talking about that the past couple of questions, but it is certainly amazing when you're a horse person and you have a stable and you're buying feed. Okay, so where's the feed come from? It comes from the farmers who are growing it and the trucks and trailers. I mean, the economic influence is astounding.
It is. And we've always seen the racing industry as part of the overall agriculture economy. So whether it's thoroughbred harness racing, Arabian quarter horse, whatever it is, it's a part of the agricultural economy. But it wasn't accounted for in the last survey we did a couple years ago. So we need to get it accounted for.
Thank you so much for being on this show. Oh, and congratulations on your new job. This is so exciting, and I'm so glad that you're a big fan of the sport now.
Yeah. Thank you, Heather.